to Createful Kids. Today we're going to
paint a cupcake.
Be sure to subscribe so you can have more fun art lessons like this one. Let's get started. You're going to get your flat brush and we're going to start kind of sketching out where everything goes. So start with some yellow and mix a little white in with your yellow because yellow is actually a really translucent paint. And the white makes it so that it's not see-through anymore. Painting is a lot like drawing, but you're using a brush and of course it's a different size. But what we're going to do is we're going to be using this edge to do some drawing. So we're going to start right here on the bottom and we're going to use the edge to make a line. Okay? And because we know this is going to be all yellow in here, what we're going to do is we're going to use the edge, make sure you have plenty of paint, and we're going to use this edge to make it a straight line. Use the edge and go up. Okay, and see how we're making slanted lines? Grab some paint on your brush. You ready? And we're going to start at the top here, where these come together. And we're going to make sure that this is nice and straight across right here and make a line. Okay? And we'll have to fill in that corner right there. Okay? Then what we do is we fill it in, and you'll notice when you're filling it in that you see the brush strokes. So filling it in like this and all over the place, you can see those brush strokes. So what you're going to want to do, you want to make it go that direction. Okay, so all the brush marks, you want them to go that same direction. Okay, and don't worry about it being different kinds of yellow. Don't worry about that at all, okay? And if there's a little bit of blue showing through, that's okay too. Just make sure that most of it is filled in with yellow. Now you want to make sure your top right here, that you're making that straight right there where it's supposed to, and then going down all the way to the edge and then making it straight on the bottom so that you don't have any poking edges outside that line. And if you do, you can kind of just go back and make that line at the top. Wash your brush and then dry it on your paper towel. Come up here and make the icing. So we're going to be adding the very first layer, and the very first layer is actually a red color, even though it's going to look pink. The darkest color is red actually. Now the round brush helps you to make like round edges. See how these ones weren't really round edges? But this helps you make a round edge. So you want to give room at the top, give about an inch or so, and start about the middle. Okay, and you're going to make a curved line, and see the pressure of your brush makes the line thicker. So see how I put more pressure on my brush and it made it thicker? Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to make a swirl coming around. Okay, so we're swirling it around and pushing, 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 coming back around. Grab some paint if you need it. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make this right here come really close to this, so it's going to be thicker. So if you need to, just come in and add some more. See how I can make it as fat as it needs to be by just pushing down. So push down right here and then push on your brush and make one stroke all the way. Now you want to take this and you want to go around this direction. So you're going to come over here and push and then move your brush this direction. Make sure you have plenty on your brush, but push it and move it this direction and be really close to the other line. And the reason why we're making sure that these strokes are not just filling it in is because these strokes need to go the direction of the icing. It'll look a lot better than just coloring it in. Okay? Now see how this line is nice and smooth? If you need to go back all the way to the top and then move around, pushing on that brush, it's really good practice and it smooths it out. Okay, if you need to spend some more time practicing this, go ahead and pause the video, it's okay. So we're going to start right over here and we'll smooth it out again, but we need to get some more paint on here. And we're just going to come around this edge here Make this a nice smooth edge. And then this is really fat through here. So what we're going to do is we're going to just add a lot of strokes, pushing down on our brush. Okay, because this is the fattest section. And we're filling it in, but we're moving the strokes in the direction of the icing. See how that works? Okay, and make sure that there's no blue showing through. Little cracks of blue, because there really isn't any cracks of blue. Okay, and see how I'm just following that direction, and I keep going over it. It's adding more paint on that area, and it's making it redder and redder and redder every time I do that. So when we come over here and we're pushing down on our brush, grab a lot of paint. We're going to come over here and then watch me as I twist my brush. That's going to give me that nice smooth edge. See how I did that? Twist, twist, twist. And then I follow along that line. Okay? I'm going to follow this, smoothing out all these strokes, making them work together, and going over and then twist. Now what you're going to do is you're going to follow this line again, okay? But you're not reaching all the way to the outside, so watch me first. I'm going to start here at the tip, and I'm just going around. It's adding a lighter tone to it. Okay, and then twist around. Okay? So now what you're going to do is you're going to dip your brush in complete white. Okay? And it's going to mix. If you have red on your brush, it's okay. It's going to mix, but it's not going to mix as much. So start at the tip here. See how that tip's white? You're going to follow that down. Okay? Go around. See how white that is? Push down on your brush. This is called the highlight. Okay?
That is not that white.
You'll have to keep getting white on your brush, and don't worry, you'll go back over that line and smooth it out, so no worries, okay? And then bring it out to that edge over here. Okay, and then come over here and stay kind of on the top this time of this swirl. You'll need a lot of paint on your brush. Okay, and then once you get to this edge, just come right over here and stop. Okay, don't fill it all the way over here. Okay, and then you're going to go back over it and smooth out that line. Now you want to wash out your brush. Now what you're going to do is going to dip your brush into the red, and we're going to make a heart for a cherry. Okay, and that cherry is going to sit on the top of there, so you just need to make sure that comes around. And see how I make the heart at the top and then I move it around in a circle? Okay, it's purple right now, but we have to add more red on top of it to make it so it's not purple anymore. And see how I loaded my brush with red? And you just follow those same lines. Go ahead and rinse out your brush, and you're just going to go on the very edge here with the blue. Grab some blue, and you're just going to go on the edge, and this is going to make it look like a shadow. Okay, and then do the same thing on the other side. Just making a line. Grab your flat brush and use the straight edge to make a line on the very outside with the blue. And then one on this side. And it doesn't matter that it goes all the way up and all the way down. It doesn't need to. It's just showing that this is a crumpled, cupcake. Right, now what you're going to do is you're going to grab that blue and your round brush, And you're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Don't get on that yellow. Just go on the bottom here. And you're going to come out on the bottom. Okay? Just come out like that. And then just make some kind of like scribble marks. This is the shadow. This is just to make it look playful. I'm going to go like this and just make some scribble marks around here. Now I kind of like to go a little bit in a circular motion. Now you're going to add some white to your brush and go over some of those scribble marks, and make sure you leave gaps between your scribble marks. We're just adding some whites in there and go all the way to the edge. Now you're going to grab some red. Don't worry about cleaning your brush off. And you're going to do the same thing, but you're just going to add a little bit, not a whole bunch. So just a little bit, because this is a really strong color. Now this one you have to wash out your brush. Make sure you have a lot of white with your yellow, and you're going to do just a tiny bit of this, okay? So like one here, one here, one there. Make sure you have at least one or two all throughout it. So now you're going to wash your brush. We're almost done. Okay, make sure you have all the water off of your brush. Grab some white. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to not put a whole lot of pressure on your brush, and you're going to start at the top here, and you're going to follow that blue line. Okay, get some more paint, and you're going to keep doing this. And once you're starting to get into the middle here, you want it to not be so slanted. So go ahead and make a line right here that goes straight down, and then make one in between that. Okay, and the same thing, just make white lines over here. And then one in between here. That's nice. Okay. If you need to pause this so that you can finish that up, that's great. Go ahead and do that. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to create a look of a shadow here, and you're going to go right across, right next to this white line right here with the red. Okay, just like that. And the same thing over here. And what this does is this makes this look like a shadow, but not as dark of a shadow as this one. But we're going to add a little bit of red to this one as well. Just like we're going on top of it, but we're not making sure we cover it. Okay? Now we're going to put some little bitsies of lines down here with the red. Like that. That's going to make it look like there's a little bit of shadow right underneath this. Okay? And then a little bit of lines at the top. See how I'm not putting a whole lot on there? Now your cherry, you're going to grab some white. And just make a backward C right here on your cherry. Beautiful. Now grab some of your blue. And you just want it on the very, 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 very tip, and you're going to be so light with this. You're going to start at the middle of your heart and make a line that curves this direction. Okay, got that? Now because there's shadow on here, what we're going to do is we're going to make the shadow right here, and we're going to just add some blue on the side. Now what we can do is we can add sprinkles on top. You don't have to do this step. Do you want to?
I want to.
Start with our blue. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to make a really short stroke, like that. It's just a speck. And we're going to be random about it. We're just adding specks as we go along and having a nice space in between. Put some white on your brush and some yellow. The very tip. Don't put too much on your brush or it's just going to turn into a blob. Now let's do the same thing and just have it go in different directions. So I'm making a line going a different direction. See how I'm kind of going in between those blues? All right, and then the last color is red. And then you just have the red on top of the pink. We are done, so go ahead and sign your work. Here's our finished cupcakes. We hope you had fun. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we will see you soon with another art project.